Good morning, students. In the previous video, we had discussed about the transport of the water from the one part of plant to another plant. In the process of the transport of water from one part of the plant to another part, the root pressure as well as the transpiration pool plays a very important role. As we are pouring the water to the roots of the plant, it is transported to all the aerial part of a plant with the help of the tissue that is called as the xylem. Xylem and the next tissue that also plays a very important role in the transport of the other food material or the other substances from one part of plant to another is the phloem tissue. Now, how this transportation of the food material it takes place, that we have to see in this video. In the transport of the food material, as we know that plants, they are autotrophs, means they are the self-feeder. They can synthesize their own food material by the process of photosynthesis. By the process of photosynthesis, the green plants, especially the leaves of the plant, they are actively involved in the process of photosynthesis, and in the process of photosynthesis the food material is synthesized. You know very well the process of photosynthesis, that is the simple substances like carbon dioxide and water, they are taken up by the plant, and in the presence of a sunlight, by taking the use of the green pigment, that is a chlorophyll, the plant they synthesize the carbohydrates. Carbohydrate is the main food material that is synthesized. Later on it may be converted into starch, again amino acids, then fats. All these are the food material which is synthesized by the plant. But in this case, the main thing which is very important is that as the leaves, they are actively involved in the process of photosynthesis, so all these food materials, they are synthesized in the leaves of the plant. That is, we can call it as a green part of the plant where there is a ample amount of chlorophyll is present. But though this food material, it is synthesized in the leaves, it is transported in all the other parts of the plant like stem, then roots, then branches, fruits, flowers, buds. All in all these parts, this food material, it is transported, and this transport of the food material from one part of the plant to another, that is nothing but the transportation of the food material, and this transport, it takes place in both the direction, that is upward as well as the downward direction. We had studied the transport of water, how, in which direction it takes place. It takes place only in the upward direction. We are pouring water to the roots of the plant. This water, it is transported to all the aerial part of the plant, that is the upward movement of water molecule, it takes place, and in this process the xylem, it plays a very important role, and the pressure which is that is the root pressure as well as the transpiration pool, they plays a very important role in that process. But what happens in case of the transport of the food material? For example, look at here these are the leaves of the plant. The food material is synthesized at this place, isn't it? But from this place, it should be transported in the upper as well as the lower part. Next slide. Here we can see that the food material is transported, and in the transport of the food material, it may be transported to the flowers, it may be transported to the fruits, it may be transported to the root of the plant. You know very well potato, yes, where the potato occurs, they are present within the soil, and it is a rich source of a starch for us. So this is one of the food material, and this starch which is synthesized in the leaves of the plant, it should have to be transported toward the root system. You know very well the sweet potato, in Marathi ratala, this is also one of the source of a food for us, and this transport, it is called as the translocation. The upward as well as the downward movement of the substances, food as well as the other substances from one part of the plant to another part. Next slide. Here, this slide I got from all these slides I got from the internet. Glucose molecule, that is the main food material that is synthesized in the photosynthesis. You know very well the process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide and water, they combine together and they will give rise to C6H12O6. C6H12O6 means the glucose molecule, and this glucose molecule then it is transported in upward as well as a downward direction. Now how this happen? What happens, as the ample amount of glucose is synthesized in or stored in the cell of the leaves, then the concentration of the food material it is more, it become more in that cell, so that it is transported in the neighboring cell, that is in the upward as well as a downward direction. Next slide. As more and more glucose is concentrated in the cell, so the water concentration of water it become less or deficient in that cell, so that the glucose or whatever may be the food material that is synthesized in this cell, it is absorbed or it is transported to the neighboring cell. As more and more food material it is transported to the neighboring cell, then again the concentration of water will become less, so that this food material is again transported in the next cell. So in this way the transport of the food material it may occur. Next slide. Here the proteins or the amino acids, in the process of that photosynthesis, though glucose is synthesized, later on it converted into the proteins, that is the chain of amino acid, it may be converted into the fats. So in this way these food materials they are transported from one cell to the another cell, and they are transported in both the upward as well as downward direction. Here the arrow is shown that here this is a picture which is taken from the root system. This whatever may be the glucose that is transported to the roots of the plant, it is converted into the starch, it may be converted to the proteins, and it is stored in the other parts of the plant. Next slide. Now in this slide, the food material that is present in the leaf that may transported to the leaf base, or it may be transported to the fruit, and then again it is converted into the starch or any other food material, and this translocation it takes place in both the direction. Look at here friends, for the transport of water from one part of the plant to another, energy is not required. By the simple osmosis, the water it is moved from one cell to another cell. But for the transport of the food material, that we call it as a translocation, for the transport of the food material, the energy which is required, and that energy, the expenditure of energy, it is in the form of ATP molecule. So for the transport of this food material, the expenditure of the energy it is required. So we will see the last slide. Next slide. Yes, this one. Next slide. In this slide we can easily see here, this is the last slide from this video. Which is this field? It is a corn, isn't it? This is a picture I had taken from our textbook. In the previous video, as we had discussed about the transpiration, in the transpiration maximum loss of water it takes place, maximum loss of water, and this loss of water, this maize crop which is present in an area of nearly about 1 acre, it gives about 11,400 to 15,1100 liters of water per day. This much of the water it is evaporated by the plants. So this transpiration it is also plays a very important role. Friends, we will stop here. Now we have completed transportation and the translocation of the food material. In the next video we will see the next life process, that is exhalation. Thank you.